I'm sure you've been in that situation where you clean and clean, but your house still feels cluttered. Have you ever felt like you just can't keep control of your space? There are days when I look around my home and just sigh. Everything piles up. The coat closet is overflowing, shoes scattered everywhere, and random little things keep appearing out of nowhere. And I know not everyone has the time to clean every day, especially when work, family, and everything else just keep demanding your attention. But after trying and failing many times, I finally figured out a few simple ways to keep my space organized without spending all day cleaning. In today's video, I'll share the decluttering tips that have worked for me, simple ways to keep your home neat without feeling like you need to constantly clean. After applying these methods, I no longer worry about things piling up again just a few days later. I actually feel more relaxed walking into any room in my house. And if you're like me, juggling work and family, these tips will make a real difference for you. Especially if you have kids or feel like there's never enough time, these solutions are perfect for you. The first tip I'm going to share is something I wish I knew years ago, and it's definitely going to change how you approach tidying up. Don't miss it. We've all been there, looking around and feeling overwhelmed by the chaos, unsure where to start. It's easy to let things pile up in different corners of your home, but the first step to getting control is simply to acknowledge it. Take a moment to stand in the center of your home or the room that feels the most chaotic. Look around and assess the biggest offenders. Is it your coat closet? The playroom? The kitchen counter? Identify what's bugging you the most and make a plan to tackle it one section at a time. For me, it's always the coat closet. Every winter, it's like a mountain of coats, scarves, mittens, and shoes just explodes into the hallway. This year, instead of tackling everything at once, I started with just the shoes, sorting through them and donating the ones my kids had outgrown. Once I saw that space open up, it made the rest of the closet seem manageable. Facing the mess directly helps reduce that overwhelming feeling. It's a simple but effective step, and once you start, you'll feel a shift in your mindset. You're taking back control of your space, one manageable section at a time. Now that you've faced the chaos, let's move on to what to do with all that stuff. But before we dive into organizing everything, here's something that could make all the difference. Reducing visual clutter. It's not just about tidying up, but about making your space feel calmer and more controlled. Tomorrow, I'm going to share 7 simple ways to reduce visual clutter that will help transform your home into a place where you can truly breathe easy. Trust me, these tips are a game changer, and you won't want to miss it. Make sure to come back and check it out. Once you've taken this time to evaluate your space, the next step is to get down to the nitty-gritty, getting rid of the things that no longer serve you. Sometimes we hold on to items not because we actually need them, but out of habit or a sense of guilt. But keeping them around only crowds your space and makes it harder to stay organized. Look at each item in your space and ask yourself, do I really use this? Especially when it comes to clothes, shoes, or winter gear, make sure they still fit and serve your needs. Anything that's no longer useful or doesn't fit should be easy to part with. When I was cleaning out my coat closet, I didn't just check whether my coats still fit, but also if they were worn out or damaged. I found a few jackets that I hadn't worn in a couple of seasons and realized they were beyond repair. Instead of keeping them just because maybe I'll wear them someday, I decided to donate them to those in need. Letting go of unnecessary items doesn't just clear up physical space, it also clears your mental space. You'll be surprised at how much lighter and freer you feel when you get rid of the clutter. Plus, you won't have to worry about finding things you don't need anymore. Now that you've decluttered the unnecessary items, let's move on to organizing everything in a way that actually makes sense. Once you've gotten rid of the unnecessary items, the next step is to organize what's left in a way that's easy to maintain. Sometimes all it takes is a simple organizational system to keep your space clean without having to do constant upkeep. Group similar items together and use simple organizational methods like bins, hooks, or shelves to save space. For example, instead of letting shoes scatter all over the house, use shoe racks with compartments or clear storage boxes to keep them neat and easy to find. After I decluttered my coat closet, I switched to sturdy wooden hangers for coats and used clear plastic bins for shoes. This way, I could easily see which shoes I had, and I no longer had to waste time digging through piles of stuff. It made a huge difference in how quickly I could find what I needed. Having an organizational system not only saves you time when looking for things, but it also reduces stress in your daily life. Each item has its own home, so you'll always know exactly where it belongs, and you won't face that overwhelming mess again. Now that you've set up your system, let's move on to maintaining your space with small, consistent habits. Now that you have an organized system in place, the next step is to maintain that tidiness with a strategic approach. Instead of attempting to clean the entire house in one go, break it down into smaller, more manageable areas. Tackling one section at a time not only helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed, but it also ensures that your space stays neat in the long run. Divide your space into smaller sections and focus on one area at a time. For example, rather than trying to clean the whole house in one day, start with a single room or even a small corner like your shoe rack or hallway. Once you complete one section, you'll feel motivated to move on to the next. When I cleaned my living room, instead of doing everything at once, I broke it down into smaller tasks. First, I cleaned the coffee table, then the sofa area, and finally the TV stand. By completing each section, I felt less stressed and was able to continue tidying up without getting overwhelmed. Breaking the task into smaller parts gives you a sense of accomplishment and keeps you motivated. It also helps reduce the pressure of cleaning everything at once, making it easier to stay on track and maintain a tidy home. Once you've tackled cleaning smaller areas, the next step is to keep up with regular tidying habits to maintain your space. Now that you've cleaned up smaller areas and your space is starting to feel more organized, the next step is to maintain that tidiness on a regular basis. Setting a cleaning schedule helps you keep things in check, preventing clutter from building up over time. Set a weekly or monthly cleaning routine to check and tidy areas that tend to get messy, like your coat closet, work desk, or kitchen counters. This doesn't have to take much time, just a few minutes each week to keep things in order and prevent the need for big cleanups later. Every month, I dedicate a Saturday morning to check through our winter gear, coats, boots, and scarves. I make sure everything is in good condition and organized properly. By doing this, I avoid the chaos that usually builds up during the colder months, and my space remains tidy. Having a routine cleaning schedule means you're not overwhelmed by mess. Tidying up a little bit every week or month is much easier than dealing with a large pile of clutter after it has built up. This habit keeps your home in a constant state of tidiness, saving you time in the long run. Now that you've set up a routine, keep applying these steps to make sure your space stays organized and easy to maintain. Make your closet work for you, not the other way around. One common mistake people make when organizing their closet is not considering which items they use most often. If you're always grabbing the same coat or pair of shoes, why not give them prime space in your closet? Place the items you use every day at the front eye level or within easy reach. For example, I used to keep my favorite black coat at the back of my closet because it was thinner than the others, but every morning I'd have to search for it. Now I've moved it to the front, and it's so much easier to grab in the morning. Just this small change has made my mornings a lot smoother, and it saves me time. By using a first-out storage strategy, your closet becomes a tool that supports your daily routine instead of slowing you down. Not ready to part with something? That's okay, but don't let it stay forever. Sometimes we hold on to things not because they're useful, but because we think we might need them in the future. To prevent these items from cluttering your closet, create a maybe bin. Put any items you're unsure about into the bin, label it with today's date, and store it out of sight. Set a reminder for 30 or 60 days later. If you haven't needed anything from the bin by then, it's probably time to let it go. For example, I created a maybe bin for scarves that I hadn't worn in over 2 years. I thought I might use them again, but I never did. After a couple of months, I checked the bin, realized I hadn't missed them, and donated them. This process gave me the space to make a decision without feeling guilty about getting rid of things I wasn't ready to part with. This method allows you to clear out clutter while giving yourself time to decide instead of letting indecision lead to more mess. These are the simple methods I use each week to keep my home tidy, light, and stress-free. If you're looking to save time on cleaning and clear your mind, just take it one step at a time. I also have a video on decluttering different areas of your home. You should check it out right after this one to pick up more helpful tips. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because you deserve a living space that feels easier to breathe in every day. Now that you've faced the chaos and started sorting through everything, the next step is to keep things organized in a way that's easy to maintain. I've found that reducing visual clutter is just as important as decluttering physical items. If your space still feels overwhelming because of visual chaos, you're not alone. That's exactly what we're diving into in the next video. Tomorrow, I'm going to share 7 simple ways to organize and reduce visual clutter that will transform how you look at your space. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. It's an absolute game changer, and if you're looking to take your decluttering to the next level, this is a must-watch. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a cleaner, calmer home.